Hello and welcome everyone. This is MrSovr with another showcase video of thegamecreators.com. Now this is probably the best company that I've ever seen for programming languages and making stuff a lot easier, especially in game development, but it can also be used for utilities, different useful project simulators, stuff like that. So we know about the app game kit if you've been following my tutorials I've been doing, and recently just heard about the Freedom engine with my previous videos. If you haven't seen those, make sure to go into my uploads and look at them. They shouldn't be too far behind, and also like them. But we are going to see all the different tools that the game creators have for developing different media and having different programming and different engines. So we have a collection of stuff. The app game kit, which comes with Sprite Me, Model 2 Sprite, Font Pack, Particle Sandbox, and Hands-on AGK Basic. This is actually a book that you can get for app game kit. It's really nice, and it basically tells you how everything works in the AGK programming language. We can also look at a thing called Dark Basic Professional. Look at all these things. And all these things are extensions, all the way, to here to here are extensions to the Dark Basic programming language. Now, Dark Basic, what on earth is that? Dark Basic Professional is a basic-based programming language that is used only for PC. It is a little outdated with only running on DirectX 9.0C, and it tends to favor 32-bit stuff, but it's still a great tool to use. A few people have actually done professional gaming with this. I think a lot more. And at one point, right around when Skyrim came out, there was a space game on Steam that was, I believe, first or second place, with Skyrim below it. It was a game that was developed from this software. A lot of people have made a lot of money off of Dark Basic, and it's a great tool. I would say a lot of the future is heading towards app game kit. They are thinking on making Dark Basic Elite. If they do, well, let's just hope that AGK is all done with before they start it. It'll probably be a couple years from now. And I hope they support Mac and other devices similar to AGK, but not as extreme. But anyways, going on, let's check out the Dark Basic. Dark Basic is really nice. They support different vertex and pixel shaders. You can see all the basic commands that it has. It's really nice. It's just has a lot of cool stuff, and the expansions is what makes it even better. And you can download a free version. You cannot sell actual games from Dark Basic from this free version. That's why you say in order now. But the add-ons to this is absolutely phenomenal. I believe it's upgrades. Is it? No, I'm sorry. I have to go up here. Now let's look at the add-ons. Now the add-ons is what makes it fantastic. We have, let me see here, Dark Dynamics. It is basically an ultimate physics collision solution for your games / apps. You write the Dark Basic Pro and Dark GDK, which, remember, well, I haven't really gone over Tier 2 in programming for App Game Kit, but that's basically what Dark GDK is. You program in C++ with the commands from Dark Basic Pro integrated into a library, which is really nice. We also have Dark Resource. Dark Resource basically converts the ID numbers into names, which is, it's nice, but I don't think it's a need. Dark Occlusion. I don't think I said that right, but it's a real-time, okay, this is basically for like I'm not really strong in this area, but it's for I believe for 3D objects to do different visual effects, stuff like that. Just makes them more efficient and easier to use. Dark Imposters I absolutely like because it converts 3D models into sprites if you move away a certain distance, and it has its animations, everything. Whoever made this was a genius. It works very well. You can have like thousands of these objects, and majority of them are sprites, and you don't even know it really. And I think it even goes to a point where the actual sprite itself decreases in quality the farther you move away, even when it's a sprite. I'm not really for sure about that one, but that one's really, really great. Here, let's just look into it. It's like a look at all that. Those are all sprites. These are all sprites. Those are sprites. Those are sprites. Even though they're all 3D, it's freaking amazing how this works. Okay, so let's move on. How he says Blitzworks terrain is basically a highly powerful terrain. It's for they also have a level of detail integrated, water, all sorts of cool texture stuff. Dark physics is using the physics from the NVIDIA capabilities. Like there's other games that have used this for like very high quality physics. It's really nice. You do need the video card that supports it though. That's the only problem. Dark AI is personally my favorite and I use the most. It just adds a boatload of AI commands basically to Dark Basic, like pathfinding, teams, entity commands, manual control, avoidance, zones, direct interaction, um, debugging commands, containers, all sorts of cool stuff. And you can buy these in packages to like save some money too. It's really nice. Um, but I'm gonna try to hurry up on here to get the other stuff. Dark shaders, it's basically putting like different bump maps or shiny or light or point light, stuff like that onto your stuff. Dark clouds is creating very high quality clouds like you would find like flight simulator, stuff like that. Dark lights is pretty self-explanatory, makes the light system and programming 10 times easier and have a lot more features and quality and stuff. Tree party, basically realistic trees that sway back and forth that are generated within the game. Enhanced animations, it's basically just a way to organize your animations per 3D object and save it in, I kind of forgot how to kind of worked, into files basically, instead of having to do, okay, this point to this point, this point to this point. It's just a file you upload and it just works. 2D plugin kit, don't really know about it, never really looked at it. I believe it just makes 2D gaming a lot more advanced in an easier way. Texture Max, never seen this one before actually. I think it's something to have to do with textures, I guess. Darknet is really nice. It makes multiplayer and massive multiplayer online game capabilities much easier. It's also for C++ and .NET with Dark Basic Professional. It's really nice. Basically makes it so that your friends can play in way more, hundreds of people, maybe even thousands. That's for the C++ version though. I think Dark Basic can only handle 64 people per game. Now, Dark Video is just an editing tool, encoder and decoder for in the game. Very nice if you want to do like a lot of videos in your app or program. Dark Data, basically just a database plugin that you can store data a lot better for like if you have like a game that has like a million things you have to save, this is a great plugin. Now, Dark Source, I've never really looked at Dark Source. Let's just look at it quickly. Like, I believe it's something. It's a collection of nearly 200 source code snippets that cover everything: simple math problems and advanced shader techniques. Okay, so it's basically just a snippet of user built pieces of code that do advanced things, I guess. Might be a good addition. Ooh, well, first of all, let's go over pure GDK. I think there's this programming language like Pure Basic that works with the GDK plugin. don't really know too much, but I think it just adds Dark Basic commands to it. Dark Ink basically allows you to have special text being put into your app or game, basically. Now, STYX is for a billion cool things. This one is a really nice one to have. Let's just say that. This one adds 200 commands. It also has capabilities with ActiveX and com.net. It does MIDI support, XML, direct memory access, integration of Flash movies, INI file handling, and intervals. It's really nice. I just want to do a quick look at it. Dialogues, file names, and file paths, Flash movies, memory access, MIDI out, intervals, callbacks, references, number operations, string operations, window commands, all sorts of cool stuff. This one's a nice one to get. Now, I know this one's taken a long time, but I really want to get through this because it's really nice. Enhancement pack, I really prefer to get the enhancement pack. I know I just skipped a couple, I'll get to it. It gives you CPU information, drive information, display, common dialogues, internet commands for like IP address, data files. This one is awesome one. It even integrates speech. This was my #1 feature I wanted in Dark Basic, and they had it, which was amazing. There's also file blocks and file mapping, and OGG verbis. It's basically, I believe, for certain sounds and stuff like that. Again, a really nice, cool feature that I really like. And let's move down here. Easy rotate basically allows you to rotate objects easily. Unity, which allows Lua scripting to go with Dark Basic. Extends is just a boatload of new stuff and new areas for like real-time environments, clocks, all sorts of cool stuff. Nuclear Glory is for advanced collision data stuff, and the Pure plugin is similar to the Pure GDK. Now that altogether is the Dark Basic Professional. You could get the Dark Game Studio, which has a boatload of collection of stuff. You can save money on it. It's really great. Dark Basic is the old-fashioned one. Only runs on DirectX 8.1. I'd prefer you to get this one. And then we have the first-person shooter creator, which is an awesome tool. It requires no code. You place your people and your triggers, your sound effects everywhere, your media, all into different spots, just looking around, and it's really great what you can do with this. You can build walls, different sections, have different AI scripts that are made for you to put into certain people, and it's a first-person shooter creator engine, basically. You don't have to program or anything like that. It's really great. No, wait a second, I have to go up here, sorry. We also have Dark GDK, which is the Tier 2 version of Dark Basic, which you're programming in the native programming language it was built for, which was C++, basically. Now, the 3D game maker is similar to the first-person shooter creator, but it is made for general gaming. It's probably not as advanced, but I'm not really for sure about that one. And the rest of them down here, Realm Creator is for MMORPGs, which is a game engine, just a general game engine for that. Pure GDK was the thing I was talking about. It's for the Pure Basic plugin. This one is a really nice one. I need to click on this one. It has really great graphics, great features, physics, all sorts of interesting stuff. Like, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. And I believe this is a just sort of bit like kind of looks like a UDK type of thing or an Unreal Development Kit type of thing, but it's really pricey, I will admit that, but it's a really nice looking tool. It's been on here for a long time, so it might be slightly outdated, but still a nice, awesome development tool. Now we have Smart Packer Pro, which allows you to put your media into your executable. Really nice tool. And I've never seen this one. Let me see. Okay, so this is basically like, again, another uh, engine type of thing without having to program or anything, but to the looks of it, it looks like an arcade type of shooting game engine, which is, again, kind of nice looking, actually. Like, look at that, it's pretty cool. So, again, moving back. We got some cool 3D modeling tools here. AC3D, 3D Crafter, both of those are for creating 3D objects. Character Shop, I believe, is for different animations and poses for an object. Action 3D, I believe, is the same thing too. The Game Creator Store is basically a way to download assets for your own game development. Really nice place. Dark Matter is a collection of 3D objects and textures with animations built in, low resolution, higher resolution version, and 3DS version, .directx file version. Tree Magic is actually a tool that I use a lot of times, which is really nice. Look at how cool these trees that are being developed just from clicking a few buttons. Like, you don't really have to go into like 3ds Max and having to work with all the different polygons, stuff like that. It's just really nice and simple. I really like how this works. There's a level of detail in here, and look at all these key features. It is absolutely crazy what you can do with this. And like, I just have to say, this website is like all for gaming and it's amazing. But here's another cool one, Plant Life. Plant Life, you can do all sorts of stuff. Shrubs, rocks, flowers, little tiny bushes, even do, it's just crazy what you can do with this. And it's similar to the Tree Magic, but like, you can have different types of flowers and stuff like that, different textures. Here we are, flowers, twigs, ferns, mushrooms, bushes, tropical, lily pads, weeds, grasses, and rocks. Now that is a great combinational tool to creating stuff. Now, 3D World Studio is basically developing a 3D model world before, or not having to go into like a 3DS or anything like that. It's just a cool development tool for 3D Studio. And I've never really seen T-Ed, but I think it's like a terrain development tool. It's it's kind of self-explanatory. It just generates terrain and water and stuff like that. Sort of a bit like the Blitzwork terrain plugin, but you do it outside of the actual IDE. Now that's 3D modeling. Here are graphics. The first-person shooter creator software, the engine, has different packages that you can have, and you can see how many models are in each package, and you can download these and buy them. Like, look at how many packages there are just for this. That's like a boatload of packages, which I believe is very nice. Dark Shader is that one tool that allows you to put different shadings, like bump mapping, all that stuff, really easily onto the actual your game or whatever. It's really nice. Pro Motion, I believe, is for motion development for I don't know if it's 3D or 2D. I think, yeah, it's for 2D graphics, like animation. That's pretty cool. I haven't really looked at all these, but Sky Matter, it's for creating different skies. This one's a nice tool. I was thinking of getting this one actually, but look at all the different skies you can have. It's really cool. And 200 combined texture sets. That's pretty nice with 23 packs. It's not a generator, I'm sorry, it's a collection of different packages of skies that you can have in your game, both sphere and square based, I think. But look at that, that's like a nice texture, I have to admit. Okay, so we have Animated Sprite Pack and X-Gen. Animated Sprite Pack is just a pack of sprites that are like explosions and different cool animations. X-Gen is similar stuff, but you actually create the sprites. Tree Party, we already kind of went over that. And Genetica is different cool texture making capabilities. It's really complex on how to use it, but it's a really nice tool as soon as you know it. CloudWrite, I believe, generates clouds. for images and stuff like that. Really nice. 2D GUI HUD. This one is great for AGK and Dark Basic. It's creating a GUI basically, like all the different cool animations that you can have, or not animations, but like textures you can have, and you can create your own GUI. Really nice. I like it a lot actually. So yeah, that's graphics. Dark Voices is a lip syncing tool for Dark Basic only, mainly. It's where you have a sound file that you put in, and then it does the link syncing for you. Outputs a .dll, and it has like a tutorial on how to work on it and all stuff like that. Sound Matter is a collection of sounds for game development, and SFX engines for generating sound effects. Now, that is the whole entire sum of this website. There's also a community with forums and different showcases that you can do for your apps and games. Very wonderful. I just wanted to show this to YouTube because I know I'm doing the tutorials and stuff like that, and I just want to show all the different resources available to you when you actually are following my tutorials. And this is really, really great and very good to know because it's really easy and will help you out a lot. Now, make sure to go to the gamecreators.com, create an account, try out some stuff. It's really nice. The reason why I advertise this stuff, it's not for money, but because it helped me out really much. Well, actually, I can't even do money on this because I'm just showing too much of this stuff. But it is a great help for me when I went to this website, and I just want to help others that are developing. Even if they want to do the hard stuff, they can still use a lot of these tools for their media development. If they want to do Objective-C, C++, heck, even do assembly, which I don't know why you would, you could use these tools for that. So go on the gamecreators.com for the YouTube, subscribe to their channel, like their videos, and if you want to, subscribe to my channel, and also like my videos also if you want to. Thank you for watching. This has been a great opportunity to show you all this cool stuff. This is MrSovr. See you later.